Picture this, it's 1969, a rainy day, and you're sitting in your favorite local restaurant after a long, grueling workday. You're tired, the dreary weather is doing nothing to help, and it's just not your best moment. But then something changes, because every time you get into your car, you're reminded that you're the proud owner of a brand new Mustang Mach 1. And with every turn of the key, a smile lights up on your face. This is the story of an icon. This is the story of the Mustang Mach 1. This video is inspired by two articles about the Mustang, one from Gateway Classic Cars and another from Hagerty. You'll find the links in the Google Doc linked in the description. I highly recommend checking them out if you'd like to learn more. The Mustang, first introduced in 1964, was a revolution in the American automobile market. A sporty, stylish, and affordable coupe or convertible, it captured the imagination of drivers across the country. It quickly became a symbol of freedom and youthful energy. The 1965 to 1973 Mustangs followed Ford's vision for a car that blended affordability with style, much like the Thunderbird. But there was a growing demand for something with more performance. The Mustang's base models and even its Shelby variants ramped up the car's sporty image. Yet between 1965 and 1968, Ford didn't have a specific performance model for the Mustang. They offered a 289 high-performance engine through 1967, and by 1968, the 390 cubic-inch four-barrel V8. Putting out 320 horsepower, Ford sold roughly 26,000 Mustangs with the 390 engine in 1967, but by 1968, that number dropped significantly. Performance wasn't just about sheer horsepower, it was about what the car represented. And Ford knew it needed something special to compete with the rising performance standards set by rivals like Chevrolet's Camaro SS and the Pontiac Firebird. In 1968, Ford debuted a concept that would eventually become the Mach 1. This concept car, with its muscular design and meaner aesthetic, hinted at the performance-focused Mustang that was on the horizon. The Mach 1's appearance was a departure from what had come before. Longer, lower, and more aggressive, with a sleeker front end and new design elements. It stoked anticipation, making the Mach 1 one of the most anticipated Mustang models in history. Ford updated the concept for 1968, bringing it back to auto shows, teasing the performance upgrade that enthusiasts were clamoring for. And in 1969, they finally delivered. The 1969 Mach 1 was a full-blown performance package based on the fastback sports roof body, now reimagined for a new era. The Mach 1 carried all the performance styling cues that defined muscle cars of the time. Side accent stripes, blackout hoods, hood pins, body-colored mirrors, styled wheels with white letter tires, and of course a faux hood scoop. For those looking for even more aggressive styling, optional rear deck wings and rear window louvers were available. But the real genius of the 1969 Mach 1 was that it wasn't just about looks. It was about performance, too. Ford created a package that allowed owners to select from several engine options, all of them powerful, but with the option for more based on preference. Under the hood of the 1969 Mach 1, you could find multiple engine choices, each offering varying levels of performance. The base engine was the 351 Windsor V8, a higher deck, longer stroke version of the 302, which produced 250 gross horsepower with a two-barrel carburetor and single exhaust. For just $26 more, you could upgrade to the 290 horsepower M-Code 351, now with a four-barrel carb and dual exhausts. For those craving even more power, the 428 Cobra Jet engine, rated at 335 horsepower, was available. And if you wanted the ultimate performance, the Super Cobra Jet upgrade was there for those opting for the 391 or 430 axle ratio. This version of the 428 Cobra Jet came with additional hardware to handle the increased revs. Despite the presence of the 428 Cobra jet, the 351 four-barrel engine proved to be the most popular option. It offered a lighter, quicker ride that many found just as thrilling as the bigger engine. The 1969 Mach 1 was an immediate success, with Ford building over 72,000 units for that year, by far the most of any performance Mustang model. In comparison, only 6,694 Mustangs were sold with the GT package that same year, leading to the GT's discontinuation in 1970. Today, that's why a 1969 Mach 1 is more common and easier to find, while a 1969 Mustang GT is rarer. The scarcity of the GT model, while it might be considered a less cool car by some, makes it a more unique and hard-to-find gem in the world of classic Mustangs. Car enthusiasts and reviewers alike took notice of the Mach 1. Car and Driver, while praising the looks, noted that the car's weight distribution at 5941 wasn't perfect, which hurt its agility. Despite this, the car's 428 Cobra jet could still run a respectable 14.3-second quarter mile at 100 miles per hour. Other road tests had even quicker times. The 351 four-barrel in particular proved to be a popular choice with owners, running the quarter mile in 15.4 seconds at 90 miles per hour. No slouch by any measure. Ford refreshed the Mustang for 1970, bringing in a new look. The two-headlight style was reintroduced and the taillights were recessed. The Mach 1 retained its distinctive features, but with a new design that included model-specific badges and a ribbed rocker panel with the Mach 1 script. The engine lineup changed too. The 390 was dropped in favor of the new 351 Cleveland V8, which came in both two-barrel and four-barrel versions. The four-barrel Cleveland now produced 300 horsepower. The 1970 Mach 1 also got a dual exhaust system, replacing the earlier transverse muffler setup, and received a Hurst shifter for the 4-speed transmission. Despite the improvements, performance didn't improve dramatically over the previous year, with the 351 four-barrel hitting 15.2 seconds in the quarter mile during CarCraft's testing. The 1970 Mach 1 was still a highly popular performance model, with Ford selling over 40,000 units. However, as the pony car market began to shrink, Mustang's future looked uncertain. Production for the 1971 model year saw a major redesign of the Mustang, longer, wider, and heavier, leading to the least popular version of the car. The Mach 1, however, had already made its mark. It had helped define the Mustang's identity as a high-performance vehicle with a sleek, aggressive design, an identity that continues to this day despite the changes in the market and Ford's fluctuating focus on performance. The Mustang Mach 1 is a symbol of Ford's performance legacy. Its blend of style, power, and engineering was exactly what fans of the pony car had been waiting for, and the name continues to hold a special place in automotive history. So here's a question for you. Ford CEO Jim Farley has already said the Mustang will never go fully electric, but a hybrid version isn't off the table. Do you think the Mustang will still hold on to its classic feel in the next few decades, or is it heading toward a major shift? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and click on the recommended video that appears on the screen. It's all about the Dodge Charger Daytona. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.